Separating mixtures of miscible liquid. So we have discussed one method in which we have separated a mixture of two immiscible liquid. Remember the example of kerosene and water? That was an example in which there was a mixture of two immiscible liquid. In this case we have a mixture of miscible liquid. So the method that we have to use in case of separating mixture of miscible liquid is somehow different from the first one. So that the method which we are going to use to separate mixture of miscible liquid is called distillation. It is called distillation. So this is the setup for the process of distillation. Try to understand the setup, although it is already given in your book. Try to understand what is happening here. So this is the tripod stand and there is a wire gauge. This is the burner. So above the wire gauge there is a flask or the distillation flask, and this distillation flask is connected to a water condenser, and this water condenser has two outlets. One is this inlet through which cold water will come in, and this is the outlet through which the water will go out. So above there is stopcock, or there is a cock, and inside the cock there is a thermometer. And what is the use of thermometer? This thermometer is used to measure the temperature of this overall setup. So there is a beaker in which we will collect the acetone. So we know acetone and water both are miscible liquid. That means if you mix acetone in water, the solution will be very uniform. Correct? You cannot say which one is acetone, which one is water. There is a very important point to remember, that this distillation method, or more precisely simple distillation method, is applicable only if the two liquids have a boiling point difference of 30 degrees Celsius. If the liquids in the mixture have boiling point difference less than 30 degrees Celsius, this method will not work out. In our example, we have taken acetone and water. Now, the boiling point of acetone is 56 degrees Celsius and water is 100 degrees Celsius. That means acetone will boil faster than water. So, if you try to boil acetone and water separately, then you will see that the acetone will boil earlier. It will boil first because it has a lower boiling point, which is 56 degrees Celsius, where you all know that the water has a boiling point of 100 degrees Celsius. Now clearly the boiling point difference in both of this liquid is more than 30 degrees Celsius. More precisely, this is 44 degrees Celsius. So for this pair of liquid, this process, this method should work. So what happens here? In this distillation flask, we will take the mixture of acetone and water, and then we will start the burner. So as we start the burner, the temperature of this overall solution or the overall mixture will start to rise, and there is a thermometer. We will use the thermometer to monitor the temperature of this particular mixture taken inside the flask. So slowly this particular substance will heat, correct? And since acetone has a boiling point of 56 degrees Celsius, which is very less than water, so with increasing temperature, this acetone from this mixture will boil first and it will convert into vapor. That means the vapor of acetone will start to form, and the vapor of water will not form, because the temperature has not yet reached 100 degrees Celsius. Since we have a thermometer here, so we can control the temperature. So let's say that we have kept the solution at 80 degrees Celsius. So we know that the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. So at 80 degrees Celsius, no water will convert into vapor. That means at 80 degrees Celsius, only vapor of acetone will be formed, because the boiling point of acetone is 56 degrees Celsius. So the vapor of acetone will be formed, and since there is no other way to go around, so this vapor will follow this route. It will go through this route, and through this condenser it will travel. So now there is a story in this condenser. So in this water condenser there are two outlets, or we can say inlets. So one of this outlet or inlet is used to supply cold water from the outer source, from the tape. So the cold water will flow from this direction and the water will go out from this direction. So this cold water has less temperature, the cold water is cool, and because of this cold water, the vapor of acetone which was traveling in this route will be condensed. Condensation means conversion of vapor into liquid, correct? So because of this cold water which is running through this condensation, the vapor of the acetone will convert into liquid and you will get pure acetone here. The water will be left in the distillation flux. The water will be left here and you will get pure acetone over here. So this is the overall story. The important thing that you have to remember, is in order to work this particular process, the temperature difference, the boiling point difference should be more than 30 degrees Celsius. If the boiling point difference is less than 30 degrees Celsius, this particular process or method will not work.